You all know that we belong to an organization called the Child Safety and Protection Network. One of the purposes for this organization is to define best practice standards for organizations seeking to keep children safe. One of those standards says that we do have some kind of training every year. Morrison chooses to do that by focusing for a few minutes each year on one of those best practice standards. This year, the standard that we want to bring into focus is the fact that there are differences between cultures in how they have traditionally defined abuse. There are several differences, but today we have a brief video that shows a couple of the most common differences that we deal with at Morrison.
I abused my child, not knowing I was abusing my child. For long, the saying, 不打不成器, was widely believed and practiced in Chinese society, which means if you don't spank the child, he will not become a useful person in the future. So we were spanked by our parents and we spanked our children. When I was young, some parents not only beat their children at home, but brought a thick rod to school and begged the teacher to always discipline their children harshly. I myself went to school with stripes on the skin quite a number of times. Boundaries, children's rights, physical abuse, these concepts were never thought of in association with disciplining children physically. They were Western ideas to us. While the West has a similar saying, spare a rod, spoil a child as well, what made Chinese parents go so far in disciplining children? I think there are two main factors in traditional Chinese culture. First is the shame-driven mentality. People believe that the more a person is ashamed, the more he will be motivated to change. Also, not to bring shame to your family is a big emphasis in the purpose of a person's life. Therefore, physical abuse is justified and often coupled with verbal abuse. Another traditional factor is the overwhelming emphasis laid on academic performance in a child's development. Though some older children have matured in terms of behavior, they still get beaten by their parents. This is because they have not reached their parents' expectations regarding their academic performance. In recent years, the Taiwanese society has grown in its awareness of child safety issues on school campuses. Parents by no means will tolerate teachers touching their kids. However, within the home, parents still feel right to discipline their children whichever way they want. I was one of those parents. When my husband, who is an American, asked me to stop beating my daughter, I couldn't stop. To me, it was a rightful and most efficient way to let out my disappointment and to push her towards a change in behavior and or study attitude. So what eventually caused me to repent and stop? First, my church helped me see that I crossed my daughter's boundaries. I didn't respect her body and her life. Her life is not to serve my expectations. She needs to own her life so that one day she can give her life to God. Secondly, I started to see how much I have damaged her emotionally by giving her physical punishment.
In our Western culture, we place a lot of value on dating relationships. Books, movies, articles, songs all focus on the ups and downs, joys and sorrows of dating. Even our Christian circles, we teach classes, write books, compose blogs on young people and dating. Every dating relationship involves a physical component, which is designed to become more and more intimate as the relationship progresses. The dance, game, push and shove of relationship spills into physical contact, and as adults, we might categorize a dating relationship as healthy or unhealthy, safe or unsafe, but most of us wouldn't label a teenage dating relationship as child abuse. Imagine if these types of scenarios happened at Morrison. Think for a moment about an older boy who starts hanging out with underclassmen. He catches the eye of a young girl, and soon they're walking to get tea, sending each other Snapchats, spending time together at the park. Send me a picture of you in your swimsuit. Send me a picture of you in your underwear. Send me a video of you taking off your shirt. It's okay, it's Snapchat. It will disappear soon. They stop at 7-Eleven. He buys some alcohol. Let's try these cool-looking drinks. Let's find a private place to be together. He's 3 years older than she is. Imagine the relationship in which one student emotionally pushes for more sexual intimacy than the other is ready for. The constant pressure and rationalization. Of course, God says that sex is for marriage, but this is just touching. This is just our mouths. Our clothes are on. This is not sex. In the past few years, many campuses have focused on the idea of consent. There's lots of literature out there and websites about sexual intimacy and consent. There's web apps, Want Me, Yes to Sex, that are designed to help prevent non-consensual sex and sharpen the blurry lines when complaints arise. You may have even seen the T-consent video that's gone viral. So when does a dating relationship turn into abuse? What are the boundaries? When does it move from unhealthy to child abuse? When does the school step in because a child's safety is in danger?
At Morrison, 24% of reports of suspected abuse are about what we would call child-to-child cases, and 64 are about parent-to-child abuse. Many of those cases are ones in which there is a measure of cultural difference in the way the perpetrator was taught about abuse. These kinds of differences, and others, are why we use standardized definitions. It doesn't matter what cultural background you came from. It doesn't matter whether or not this culture or that culture calls it abuse. At Morrison, we all use the same definitions. Now, if someone is from a different cultural background, we might treat the abuse differently, but we will use one definition. Let me explain. If someone reports possible abuse, and in the course of looking at the situation, we learn that the person accused of perpetrating it was from a background that didn't realize that what they did was abuse, we might just explain it to them, depending on what it was, and tell them that at Morrison we view this as abuse, so it cannot happen while the child is one of our students. If it is more serious, of course that is not how we would handle it, but that is one possible outcome. It's not your job to decide whether or not something is considered abuse. You just report any suspected abuse regardless of what the person's cultural background is. But we want you to know that we do not ignore those differences when we make further inquiry into the situation. We are doing much better as an organization at reporting suspected or questionable abuse, and we want to thank you for that. In the last 3 years, we went from 2 reported suspicions to more than 10, which is a much more realistic number for an organization our size. We do not have more cases now, but what we see is that more of them are reported. Thank you for that.